Hello, my friend, and welcome. My heart to your heart is a great big welcome. Wellness, wholeness, not necessarily happiness, because happiness sounds a little too, not very much like what's happening these days. But we can use other words like acceptance and serenity and contentedness. And how do we get that state when there are so many bad things that are happening? So-called bad things, right? Bad things like wars and violence and racism and just toxicity and terrorism, etc., etc. We have a lot of challenges in this day and age because this is a new life. This is the modern life. And modern life has a different set of problems than it did in ancient times, in historical times. And yes, history does repeat itself, but we accrue all these new situations. I mean, chats and AI, and I mean, nobody knew about those, right? Just a few decades ago. So we are forever changing, we are forever transforming ourselves. But we want to enjoy life. We don't want to go around feeling just so affected by the negativity in the world that we can't appreciate the magic of being alive. Because to my way of thinking, all of us are given the opportunity to tune into the magic because we have consciousness. We have this organ that does so many things. The brain takes care of the body for us and all the functions, sometimes without us even knowing it, that it's going on. I mean, how many times did you blink this last minute? You don't know. But there are some things that we do have control over, like how we eat, how we are with other people, and how we think. And every single thought we have is energy. And so if we are going to contribute to the healing and the uplifting of consciousness in this world, as we continue with this ever unraveling set of circumstances called life, it's always changing, right? Just if you don't like something, just wait a few minutes and it will change. But our contribution is not necessarily how many street activisms that you get involved with, but how you think. It affects not just the way you live, but it affects all your surroundings, your family, your community, your country, the world. And I truly believe, because of the way I have experimented with my life, going with the negative, and it doesn't go anywhere except terrible things happening, and choosing to be more focused on positive, and that way you can achieve great things within your own understanding of how life is. By meaning like taking care of your health and taking care of life with a good attitude instead of making things worse with bad attitudes or anger or just going over and over and over bad things. Yes, bad things do happen, but lots of good things happen too that people don't even seem to recognize when they do happen. That's just the way it is with the news and social media. I mean, it doesn't garner too many likes if you're talking about a beautiful, occurrence that happened to you. What gets everybody's interest is something usually dramatic, or something that's not pleasant, or something embarrassing or shameful. Those are the things that people have this almost like unnatural yearning for. Like the way some people love to be scared. They go on these rides and they're terrified, but they love it, the adrenaline. And so what we're doing here is not that. If you want that, just go somewhere else. There's 99% of the rest of the world is into the adrenaline pumping extreme stuff. Here, we're talking about achieving some kind of understanding within our own being of accepting when challenges happen, because they always do, and to go with them and to flow with them and not to resist them if you find that you can do nothing to change them. Because of course we always try, and sometimes we succeed, but other times we have to say, hey, I'm not going to be the only person holding up the wall of a tsunami. If a tsunami comes, you have to flee for your life. So to go with the flow is very much akin to going with the flow of your own breath. When you are recognizing your breath, when you work with your breath as a metaphysical opportunity to tune into something higher and bigger and grander and much more meaningful than our little puny lives, that's a very comforting thing. It's like looking at the big sky, the big beautiful sky with no harsh lights around, and you see every sparkling little diamond of a star or planets or far off galaxies or far off cosmoses. And you see it and you just are filled with wonder and amazement. This is the way it is if you tune into your breath. Even for one solitary breath, watching it come in and fill you with the radiance of love, love, love. And then watching it as you send your love out into the world, helping to dispel the abundance of fear and suspicion and mistrust out there in the world. So if you feel it's selfish for you to want to be peaceful and calm and things are irritating and distressful, don't do it for yourself then. Do it for the world. Tune into your breath. Be an activist by sending the thoughts of love first to yourself, by watching this wonderful harmonious breathing, being in the flow of your own ability to be wondrous. And then everybody else around you gets to have the benefit of this peacefulness, this attuneness, this at oneness that you have chosen to focus on. It's that simple. Watching your breath, calming your mind, not allowing disrupting thoughts to rule your life, and really contribute positive things by just this simple act of mind stilling. It's available to you 24/7, anytime you choose to remember that you are the most powerful person in your life. Namaste, and I wish you all a pleasant journey from any kind of fear you might be experiencing into love, the great vastness, the infinite arena of love.